Today, a key part of the CARES Act officially expires, specifically the federal program that's helping millions of unemployed Americans by providing $600 extra per week. And now millions of Americans are worried how they will stay afloat financially without that help. As of right now, Congress is not on the same page on how to help them. CBS 4's Charlene Cristobal is joining us right now. Charlene, there are several proposals on the table for this.
Yeah, Ange, there are. And I want you to keep in mind, too, that first-time unemployment claims are up for the second week in a row to more than 1.4 million. A lot of people without jobs here. Now, here are the proposals that are on the table right now. One of them would cost $1 trillion, but instead of $600 a week, the extra payment would be $200 a week until a system is put in place to replace 70% of a person's wages. Another gives states two options, so they can provide extra payments of $500 a week in August, $400 a week in September, then it goes down to $300 in October, or give total benefits to replace 80% of someone's wages. Both Senate Democrats and Republicans tried to pass an extension of unemployment insurance unanimously, but all of those were blocked.
If our Democratic colleagues had acted with the urgency that struggling people deserve, we could right now be finishing up a major bipartisan package.
We got here because our Republican colleagues couldn't get their act together. They still don't have their act together, and now they're worried. But instead of being serious in negotiating, they have created a stunt.
Now, I want to note, too, that those on both sides, they really want people to get paid to go to work and not get paid more to stay unemployed. So that's why a lot of these proposals have declining payments here. Now, House Democrats passed a $3 trillion bill in May that extended the $600 per week benefit. And this all comes during a time in what experts are calling the worst quarter in U.S. economic history, with an annual rate of 32.9%. Now, as we've been mentioning, Republicans and Democrats just aren't seeing eye to eye on a jobless benefit plan. But the Senate did pass what's called a shell bill, and that was partially put up by Senator Mike Braun. What that does is it gives and pays someone who is unemployed 66% of their wage replacement, or $200 a week. Now, that vote for that is expected sometime next week, and we'll keep you updated on that. For now, I'll send it back to you.